Hi, Miss Shapiro.
Mrs. Shapiro. Hi.
Hi, Miss Shapiro.
MacArthur! 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 MacArthur!
Keep going.
MacArthur! 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 We're gonna push that curry!
Squeeze you like a grape.
MacArthur! Her stories, of course.
I love that she's absolutely the smartest person I know, and that she has this really wide range of knowledge, and you can go to her for pretty much anything, and that's really awesome.
She is always willing to help her students. She's very helpful.
Really organized and really interesting, and she's really sweet, and I love her stories.
It's definitely her hair.
She is probably the nicest teacher I've ever had, and she is so helpful with her students, and she's always just willing to stay after school or anything, even just to talk or help you with your work.
I think she's a very nice teacher, committed to the class and everything she does.
She has great taste in television shows, which is awesome, and she's really funny, and her stories are the best. She's a great person all around.
I don't usually like APUS, but when I do, it's with Ms. Shapiro.
There's a lot. Her sense of humor definitely helps in the classroom, and she's just really dedicated to her students, and she'll do whatever it takes to make sure that we're learning.
Her personality and her stories.
Probably her stories. How she weaves historical stuff in her stories, so it's quite interesting.
And the way that she tells stories.
She's really smart and she's really nice, and going into 4th block always brightens up my day because she's such a great teacher, and she teaches us, and when she teaches us it doesn't feel like she's teaching, it just feels like we're having fun.
Everything. Elaborate.
She's funny and a great teacher and smart and simple.
Well, she's always hilarious, she always has stories. She's just an amazing teacher.
My favorite thing about the class is definitely the class, like the people in the class, because I feel like over the year we've gotten really close. We've definitely had some like great moments, and like Ms. Shapiro's kind of like tied us all together, and I think that we definitely like learn a lot, but we also have a lot of fun in the class.
It's like a family.
Sitting next to my pals, obviously.
I like all the jokes we do during class and sort of just having some free time to just talk.
How much fun we have.
Stories.
I really like the atmosphere we have as a class. It's kind of like we have like it's diverse. We have like people who just don't do their work and people who do their work, and there's some people in between. It's diverse.
I love how Ms. Shapiro incorporates some like historical lessons into like funny stories about herself, or into like movies and current things that like high schoolers know about.
So everyone's really kind of like open with each other.
We're just one big happy family.
Probably. Mrs. Shapiro.
Met people like I didn't really know a lot of you guys in the beginning of the year, and now I feel like we all kind of share something. It's really nice.
Mrs. Shapiro. And the people in our class, because they're awesome.
I love how the class feels like family. It's just, you know, everyone's very friendly. We bring in snacks, we laugh, we get a little excited at times and make lots of noise and do like the drumming thing we have in there. And we laugh when Mr. Shapiro takes canes and goes like this.
Mrs. Shapiro. My favorite thing about the class. We're like one giant family. Or one small family.
All the fun we have and all the jokes people crack, we're always laughing, and it's just a lot of fun to be around those people.
Imogen thwarted our class pet.
The Gaby Baby song.
Hunters of Kentucky.
The class pet.
Probably anything that has to do with JB. It's pretty fond memories of him.
My favorite memory from class might be the class pet.
Really, just started he was Hitler and did that. Gave us one of these.
Definitely the Sumner teaming. Like Isabel walked in with the cane. Classic.
Probably Isabel walking with the cane. We're talking about the cane, and then Isabel like walking.
Kyle hitting the air conditioner.
I like the cane thing.
The Sumner caning incident with Lisa and her cane. Way too many, but I have to say I do love the one time when the DVD screen came up and it was going all around and then finally it hit the corner and we all cheered.
Dan, Tim, and Paul Pass.
Oh my god, Jordache jeans.
Probably the Lincoln Smoker Girl.
What about the creepy neighbor who went to jail?
The Leaves, probably. Leaves.
I think where she like picked up the dog poop on the ground. That was pretty hilarious.
Most definitely when didn't she pick up poop with her hand? That was a good one. Anything with poop.
The one where she picks up leaves.
I have to go with the cough drop early on.
I really like the one with like the Barbie and then like she was really jealous about it.
Probably the Frog one. Like the misphrasings of certain things. Asking for, yeah. Hard candy, it's gotta be hard candy.
I like her story about how her ex-boyfriend married her sister.
Yeah, Jason Miller's. It's a good story.
The land wasn't fertile, but the people were. I think that's what it was.
One about the tickling the ground. Tickle it with a hoe and it'll laugh with the hardest top.
They were more interested in booty than duty.
Being a bride.
Probably the one that was about, like, I don't know, population in America. It was like a bumper crop of babies or something.
There's one about consummating the marriage or something of Texas and the United States, I think.
The one about the chicken. I don't remember exactly what it is.
Tickle the hoe and then it laughs the harvest or something.
The one about the Puritans and farming. All they had to do was tickle the ground and it would laugh with the harvest or something like that.
There were literally 2 Jeffersons.
Oh, consummation of Texas.
Too many to count.
I do not understand politics.
Just talk, I'm a genius.
I don't think I'll ever understand the stock market.
The entire 19th century.
I guess the Vietnam War.
I don't know, I'll get back to you.
Mobiliar credit thing. I just don't get that. I don't get it.
Problem of monopolies is I don't understand why everyone hates them for some reason.
I don't understand anything about the presidents between 1940 something and 60 something. I'm gonna have to go with economics in general.
Economics. I definitely am with Violet on that one. No clue.
Communism.
Tariff policies through history.
Inflation.
Oh, who's better, Block 1 or Block 4?
Block 4. I'm a freshman.
Is that the reason?
Yes.
Mrs. Shapiro.
Wait.
Mrs. Shapiro.
Mrs. Shapiro.
Mrs. Shapiro. My end is a little off, but you get the gist.
This is Shapiro.
Mrs. Shapiro.
Mrs. Shapiro?
Mrs. Shapiro. I have a statement.
Mrs. Shapiro?
Mrs. Shapiro.
Shapiro.
Mrs. Shapiro.
Mrs. Shapiro.
Mrs. Shapiro.
Block 4. It's not even a question.
Block 4 all the way.
Block 4. It's like scientific fact. Like you can find it in textbooks. Like block 4 is better than block 1.
Block 4.
Block 4?
Block 4, obviously.
Block 4.
A Block 4 supremacy all the time.
Let's be honest, we all know the answer to that.
Block 4. Duh.
Block 4.
Block 4, obviously.
4. That's us, right? Yeah. Block 4. Block 4.
That Thomas Jefferson loves the Yeoman farmers.
Theodore Roosevelt was progressive president.
Lord Baltimore. His name is George Calvin.
Probably the Gadsden purchase.
Actually, I just used Nixon's visit to China and Russia as in conversation recently.
I'll never forget that Little Jemmy was the father of the Constitution.
Probably economics because that's why I like mentioning it every day.
I'll never forget Roosevelt.
Which one?
Theodore.
Burr, who killed Alexander Hamilton.
Who John Marshall is. The Federalist.
54-40 or foot.
Probably the Gadsden Purchase.
The guy that helped draft one of those things in that thing jumped out of a window running from his mistress's husband.
Winston Churchill is not black.
You're the most awesome teacher ever. You're the teacher. I'm gonna refer to you as the teacher from now on. The teacher, the teacher, the teacher.
Thank you for teaching our class. It's the best class ever. And I'm gonna miss this block and this family of ours.
Thank you, Ms. Shapiro, and it was really, really fun, and I'm sorry that I asked so many questions.
Miss Shapiro, you were a great teacher. Basically my favorite teacher so far in high school.
I just have to say that this year has been wonderful and I've loved it, and I was so frightened coming into this APUS class, and because of you, this is hands down my favorite time. 4th block, hanging out with everyone, having a laugh, being able to bring in snacks and just learn but not be scared to death by learning and the expectations I thought I would have been held up to.
Ms. Shapiro, we all love you, and I'm going to miss your class so much. And yeah, this whole class was a really fun experience, and I can't wait for my brother to have you.
Thank you for everything, for being a great teacher. I appreciate it. Helped me a lot.
I really loved your class, and I'm so glad that I had you as a teacher. And you're actually one of the best teachers I've ever had, and this experience was such a great one. And hopefully I'll see you every year afterwards, and even like when we all move on and stuff. But thanks so much for all you've done for us, and we all really appreciate everything that you've done. So thank you.
Thank you for a great year, Ms. Shapiro. It was a really great class, and we won't forget it.
Mrs. Shapiro is the best teacher I've ever had. I like her a lot, and I'm going to be really sad when I don't have her next year.
Thanks for everything, Ms. Shapiro. Miss you later.
Wait.
Well, really enjoyed the class. Might come back next year to visit a lot. My friends are taking it. And yeah, it was great. Thanks, Mr. Shapiro.
I'm gonna miss you a lot next year. I'll definitely come back to visit. You've been a great history teacher, and I'm so glad that we got to spend the whole year in your class rather than just one semester.
Thank you so much. Have a great summer.
Mrs. Shapiro, I really enjoyed your class, and it's been one of my favorites of all time. And I hope that even though the class ends, I'll still see you a lot.
Miss Shapiro is thebomb.com.
Mr. Shapiro, thanks for everything. You're definitely one of the best teachers that any of us have ever had. So just thanks for being really dedicated and just being awesome and fun.
If I get a 5, you owe me a cake. Hags.
Great teacher, and it loves you.
Thank you, Ms. Shapiro, for everything you've done. We hope that you enjoyed us as much as we enjoyed having you as a teacher. And I will definitely come back and visit next year because I think you're a wonderful person in every way.